All right, everybody, what's going on?
What's up?
Hey,
Good
hey.
Movies podcast here.
With some old familiar faces.
Yeah, the we got parts of Good Movie podcast and Cult of Collectors. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah.
join forces once again and do one big happy family, hopefully.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like it.
or dysfunctional family, maybe. That's
Yeah,
probably better.
probably more like that.
Yeah,
I would definitely say that.
yeah. And it'll probably take us some time to get back going here, get the viewers coming back on because I haven't done anything on my channel. In fact, I was telling Kenny earlier that I'm gonna probably start a new channel. That's what that name is on there, the Super Movie Fun. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what's going to be the name of my new channel.
I like
I've
it.
always, yeah, it's supposed to be like a bad interpretation of a Japanese game show.
Hmm.
A bad translation of a Japanese game show.
Huh.
Perfect.
Oh, you know what? That'd be a perfect episode. Bad translation for like movies that we find
Yeah,
disturbingly fun and stupid and
yeah,
great and whatever.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but that's what I was talking about the other day. Like the good movies page, for some reason, is not wanting to. You can't search for it, and I think YouTube may have changed their policy. I think you have to
They
actually
did.
upload videos, and you can't just upload live videos. And so I think I'm gonna have to go in and cut up probably this video into 3 5 minute segments and then upload them. It's aggravating.
Make little trailers.
Yeah.
Something like
I
that. I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't know if they have to be like 5 minutes though, don't they? Don't they have to be at least 5 minutes for your initial uploads or something? They used to be
no.
like that.
I think over a minute is when it's classified as an actual like video, to be
Okay.
up there. Otherwise, if it's under a minute, then it's considered a short, a YouTube
Yeah.
short.
Yeah. I need to start doing that stuff. Back in the day, I just didn't feel like it. When I'm starting to feel a lot more enthusiastic again about doing things. So being on
Well, I
dialysis, kind of, I didn't have any energy a lot of times. I just didn't feel like doing anything.
understandable
Yeah.
definitely. Because I know I shared that Opus clips with you that where it does the work for you, where you just kind of like
Yeah.
upload and then it breaks it down for you, and then you choose what you want to put as like little shorts, for your.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely have to check that out again. I
Yeah.
checked it out when you showed it to me, but I never did do anything with it, and I couldn't decide at the time if I wanted to try to do the shorts or not. I don't know. I don't have when it comes to like like TikTok. I don't care if people I don't care if people use it. I don't personally like it, but it's you know
Hmm.
to me it was like I don't want them to get rid of it because it is freedom of speech. That I've never wanted them to ban it. Because
Hmm.
so it's kind of a crazy issue, but you
Oh
know,
yeah.
but it's I
You
mean
know.
it is the medium of the day, so I mean might have
Yeah.
to
For sure.
yeah
Well, let me know if you want me to reactivate like that, like Cult of Collectors TikTok that I was doing.
yeah yeah
Um, so then that way to try to, or I can still use my personal one and just like let people know about the good
yeah
movies slash whatever kind of
yeah
thing.
yeah. We'll probably just keep it good movies podcast for the most part. I'd like the reason I changed to good movies podcast is because there's a lot of negativity out there, and a lot of it I fell into with had to do with movies and stuff, and I agree with some of it still, but
Hmm.
that's why I make good movies because there's still a lot of movies that are good, and not everything that's being released is bad. So you know that's why.
That makes sense. I'm gonna put my phone
Yeah.
down for a brief second here.
Hey, it's Charlie Sealing. Look at that.
Yeah. Ooh, a screaming in the background there.
That's my bad. I'm gonna try to catch the mute button as much as I can. Listen, this baby's got some lungs on her, man. I don't know what's going on.
There we go.
It'll make you just want
Hopefully
to
that-
jump out of your skin and run.
Is that do you have the newest one? Do you had, or is that have you had any new ones since I've seen?
Oh God, I hope not. No, I got the one. She's she's a little over a year and a half now.
Oh damn, been that long?
Yeah, she'll be
wow.
2. She'll be 2 in October.
Damn, I didn't realize it'd been that
It's
long.
flying by.
Wow, yeah,
She is all over the damn place.
I'm going on a year of being sober. June 27th.
Very nice. Very nice.
I know, because I remember when we used to do our show, I would always have like a can of
Yeah.
beer, something in my hand, whether if it was a 40 or a 24,
We should have a party on here, and we'll all drink non-alcoholic beverages.
Yeah.
And we'll cheers.
Well,
to
sadly, with my, because I've tried drinking non-alcoholic, and it's one of those like, no, because I want the real thing. Like if I have the, it makes me want the real thing. So I'm just like, no, I won't even touch that anymore. But yeah.
That's awesome, man.
No,
Yeah, that's good
So-
to hear.
What new movies has anybody seen lately, like theater-wise?
Well, I haven't. After the transplant, I can't go out in public a lot. I mean, I can like go to the drive-through and stuff like that. But other than that, everywhere I have to go, I pretty much have to wear a mask.
Oh, damn.
Because after you get a transplant, you're on. They call it rejection medication. You're always on rejection medication. A lot of people don't know that when you get a kidney, body wants to always reject it.
Yeah.
It don't. It's not for the first couple of years, and it eventually kind of starts conforming to your body after a while, But you have to be, and the rejection medication is really just immune suppression. It's suppressing the immune system, so it doesn't reject it essentially. So it's for a while, I'm on like the maximum dose. Eventually, they start reducing it, but as far as wearing the mask, I don't know how long. But they recommend not going to the movie theaters and stuff.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to try to go anyways because everything's been really dead lately at the theater. So going during the day, I'm not too worried about it. So.
You're talking about during the day. I just seen one of my friends post something at 9:00 on a Saturday night, and it was like he said you could put tumbleweeds down there.
Oh,
There was there was nobody in that movie theater
Damn.
That's crazy.
at 9:00 on a Saturday night.
I know, and you would think like Fridays and Saturdays would be like your at least main days for like late night viewings or whatever.
And especially he's in Florida, so those kids have been out of school for a couple weeks now.
Oh yeah.
So there was. I mean, when I say nobody, guys, I'll see if I can find the picture he sent me. There was nobody. I mean, there was only 2 people behind the counter, like selling popcorn or soda. There was nobody in that auditorium. Nobody.
Damn. Well, Jody, the Steelbook showed up today.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Was it safe and sound?
Yes, it was. I should show them. Guys,
It's
no
awesome
joke.
packaging. It's awesome packaging.
Should you not?
Look at that. That's beautiful. Bubble wrap.
His own bubble wrap
Shit all over it.
print.
Nuts.
I had to get that. I get these crazy ass advertisements. Ever since I started buying like stickers and shit, I get these crazy sales. They were like, "Hey, you can buy 50 of these for like half normal price." I was like, "Let's do it. Let's just get them so we have them."
That fell out.
There you go.
Hey Charlie, I just want to show you. I seen your Instagram post the other day, but I didn't send you a picture. But here's my copy of the Pro.
Oh, nice.
There it is.
Yeah, I have that. I have the Amazon Steelbook, and then from Jody, he ended up buying an extra copy of the Walmart exclusive. And at the time, because of my situation that I'm going through, I wasn't able to pre-order it myself. So I got lucky with Jody actually getting an extra copy, and I said, "Would you mind holding it?" And he was like, "Sure." So
I actually got the Japanese like slipcover. It's got the original poster art on it. But it just has a snap case in it. I was really hoping there would be a thick enough slipcover that I could put a steelbook in it, but it's just perfectly fit for a thin snap case. But it's still cool because it's got the original poster art on it.
wait, you got the Japanese version? Is that what you said?
Well, it was exclusive to them. Hang on, I think I just put it up. Right there it is.
Like that?
I haven't even opened it yet. It's just it's a slip cover for
Ooh.
the snap case. It's still in the plastic. I haven't, but see it's a lot.
That's
You never
gorgeous.
know how thick these are going to be. Sometimes
Yeah.
they're thick enough where you can slip a steelbook in there. But yeah,
Huh.
I thought I'd grab it because I've always loved that original poster.
Same here.
Yeah.
I wish. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I know that with the one that John just showed right now, because it's still somewhat the original poster artwork. You know.
There she is.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
And but it kind of has that original artwork a little bit with a different background. So it's
Yeah.
still that position of him in the doorway, so to speak, and then a different background with the display.
I'm gonna open it. I don't remember what the artwork was on the actual movie box.
May I inquire what we are discussing?
The Crow.
The Crow.
You
4K.
being late. We've been sitting here for 30 minutes
I'm
talking
so
about where.
Jody behind you.
What's going on? Somebody sneaking?
There's a kid.
Oh, too many. There's too many of those around here, yo.
I call it a rogue rugrat.
Oh my god. What was that? What was that animated movie back in the day? Bebe's Kids. Y'all remember that shit?
Oh yeah, we don't die, we multiply.
They just keep coming out of nowhere.
I know. He just waved.
Yeah,
See?
I can say hello, but he can't hear me. So.
No, can't hear a damn thing.
I know. But he waved. He was being polite. So.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so the snap case has that artwork on it that John just showed. So,
Oh yeah.
but that's cool. Blu-ray 4K. I wonder if it's reversible. Is it reversible? Ooh, that's on the inside of it. Look at that.
Oh nice.
They snuck that in there.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was hoping it would be thick enough for a steelbook to fit in there, but no go. But that's cool. I'm still keeping it.
I'm surprised at how many copies I have of this movie. Well, I think it's like your obsession with Killer Clowns.
Oh my god.
You know, in a way.
Let me show you what I got. You remember Katie Video? You remember that?
Oh yeah.
She's
I
doing.
love the video.
Oh, I love her shit. She just did.
Talented.
Oh, she's amazing. She's recreating VHS's artwork that are like
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars, and I got the Killer Clown ones. It's in a protective.
Oh nice.
I did not open it, and then I put it in a Malco protective too. So it's
Oh, there you go. You know what though? You know, like how Malco has the acrylic for the steelbooks and stuff
Yeah.
now. They should do an acrylic for the VHS ones,
they should. If he could do
especially
that,
for ones that are like in almost mint condition too. So that way it's in better.
if he could do that and team up with her, especially, she could probably
Oh.
sell the shit out of them.
Oh,
no.
probably. You know, maybe message her. You know, let her know. Like, hey, why don't you try getting a hold of Malco and see if they would like partner up with you or
It'd be
something.
cool. She's been getting here lately. She's been posting about getting hit up by like studios, like
Oh,
telling
yeah.
her how great her art is. That's like awesome.
Yeah.
Hire.
Dude, I you know what? I would root for her for studios to actually say like, hey, let's collab for, you know, some physical releases and maybe do some rare VHS prints. Rare.
I think she did one. I'm pretty sure that was like legit, where she did one for the creator with Disney.
Really?
I'm like 90% sure I remember seeing her post about that.
I don't remember that.
I wonder if
I think you're right. Like she did collab with some. I don't know if it was actually Disney. I could be wrong, but it was like a big corporation. So,
Screaming baby. Let me see if I can find.
The creator. That Disney owns that one?
I'm pretty sure.
Um,
I could be
I don't
pulling
know.
like a bunch of different things out of my ass at the same time. That's been known to happen.
Is that the Peter O'Toole movie from '86?
No. It's recent.
Oh, okay.
It's that one where like people were like like half robots or something. There was like a kid.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, the one with Denzel Washington's son.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny when you say Peter O'Toole. I'm not gonna lie. I instantly think Family Guy when that sneakers O'Toole segment. I'm not taking my sneakers off. I'm still sneakers O'Toole. You know. I'm random like
Oh,
that.
but you were asking about movies we saw in the theater lately, and
Yeah.
I've seen The Fall Guy. Well, I didn't see it in the theater. That's what I was saying. I rented it here, but I've seen The Fall Guy and Godzilla. Is the newest ones I saw.
Yeah, Godzilla Kong was my, I would say, latest, newest one. And of course, I saw The Crow in the theater for that re release for its 30th anniversary. What's Godzilla Kong, the last one? No, the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That's what it was. That was the last one I saw.
How was that?
How was that?
Okay, so I happen to enjoy it, but I could understand where people would be like, it's not a favorite or anything, but it's not like, say, a horrible movie. It can drag in certain areas, but I would give it like maybe a 4.5 to a 4.75, rating. Like just under a 5-star rating.
That's good. I
Mhm.
love the. I mean, obviously, like all of the Planet of the Apes movies, like the OG as well as like the James Franco kind of
Mhm.
new reboots. I really enjoy.
Matt Reeves, that's the director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis. I know that
Mhm.
he isn't in. I don't believe he is, unless I'm wrong. The newer one, he
No,
isn't
he's not in it.
involved,
No.
but he was. So
He did the previous, yes.
critical
Yeah.
in the first, like the latest three.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then don't forget Tim Burton's version of Planet of the Apes.
We
Oh,
would
yeah,
like-
Oh yeah.
That's what I meant when I said OG, like the.
Oh, that's not OG. OG is like,
Roddy McDowell.
yeah.
60s and 70s.
I'm generalizing, but
You know,
Your age is showing, Lauren.
I enjoyed that, Lauren.
that's. Yeah, but no, I think you guys know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
OG, and then there's Tim Burton. Like I get it that there's several layers.
Yep.
Yeah, I was bummed
Yeah.
I missed The Crow in theaters. I was really.
Oh,
trying
you
to make-
did?
I was really trying to make it, but that week, what I think over here they played it Wednesday and Thursday. I think is what. They
Yeah,
did.
same here.
But I think Thursdays were like during the day. Wednesday was the only time they played it at night.
Wow.
Yeah, Wednesday.
or vice versa. I don't remember which one. It was one of them was one day they had a 6:30 showing. That was it, and then the next day they had like a 12 or some bullshit. I'm like, people work, man.
That sounds about right on my end because I know the Regal Cinema near me. Wednesday was like a 6:30 p.m. and then Thursday was like a noon and 3 o'clock showing.
Oh yeah, I was gonna try to go to that one, but I was gonna end up having to do it by myself, and I didn't know how I felt about that.
So I don't know about other people's like say theater experience. I know that the Regal that I went to, the audio was the mix of it was kind of wonky because like the soundtrack was very very low. Certain sound effects were louder than the dialogue, and then there was certain dialogue that was louder than other parts. It was just a weird mix, very monotone.
Have you watched it at home? Have you watched the new 4K at home?
No, I haven't yet.
So, because I was wondering if they were showing the fully up. I'm supposed to say night night to a baby, and she's just staring at me, and I don't. She walked right by me like I didn't exist. I don't know what I did to you.
I don't know.
What? Don't touch my movies. Hey, ah! I'll send you to a boarding school. Come here.
You know what? My son technically is going to be going to somewhat of a boarding school, but it's military school.
Oh, he probably deserves it.
He-
Well,
you're not wrong.
You say night
Aww.
night. Night.
Night night.
Say night night, everybody.
Night night.
Tiny human.
Tiny human.
Tiny human. Aww.
Okay, night night. Blow kisses.
Aww.
I know.
Trapped.
Can't hear us anyway, otherwise I'd
Yeah.
say, give your daddy a hug and a kiss.
That's cute.
Now she'll scream here in a minute when she realizes, oh wait, it's bedtime.
No bed.
But yeah, so I was kind of bummed. But yeah, I was hoping they were showing like surely they were going to show the new 4K transfer and everything. So I was hoping that there wasn't a problem with the actual discs. If there was a problem in the theater.
I think it was the 4K transfer, honestly, because I know right before the movie even aired, there was like a little, I guess you could say, like behind the scenes preview in a sense, where it talks about the comic book and its history, its origin, or something like that. If you go to my video of me when I say, "Hey, I'm going to the theater to watch the movie," there's a clip that I have of that. That's from the beginning of the film.
I think I remember seeing that now.
Mhm.
I saw, I think it was yesterday, and I can't remember where the critic writes for. It said it in the article, but he got an advanced screening of the new one,
Oh,
and he said, "Don't waste your time. It's the worst thing you've ever seen ever." So
I heard Bill Skarsgård even gave it some shit.
I know. I feel bad for Bill, man. I feel like what was this? What was this last previous movie that just came out? What was that? What was that movie?
Oh,
It looked
come
like-
on,
it
Lauren,
looked
you
like
know
a
what it
video-
is.
It looked like a video
Boy
game.
Kills World.
What was it?
Boy Kills World.
Was it good?
I really enjoyed it.
I thought the trailer looks great, but I've been hearing really mixed reviews on it, and I'm like, man, he's got that, and then he's got the crow dropping that nobody's gonna like. I don't care if it's even good. Nobody's gonna like it, just out of spite.
Nobody wants to like it.
No, and then I think he just announced something today that they're
Hey.
remaking something with him.
He's doing Welcome to the Ferry.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they actually got him to rejoin the
Yes.
Welcome to Derry.
See,
That's right.
That might save him. That might
He's
save him. Right.
reprising that role. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we got a
Sydney,
question here. What
thank-
does that say?
yeah. Thank you, Sydney, for subscribing. Which channel did you subscribe to? I'm streaming on 3 of them. So,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
and
Well, I absolutely love
question-
Bill Skarsgård. So, and I know that it's very controversial, like the Crow remake and stuff like that. But I'm curious to see what they do. And
Yeah.
I'm usually not a big advocate for like the remakes and all that kinds of stuff. But I love Bill, so I'm interested to see like how like he makes that character his own.
well,
Because we lost. I'm sorry, I forgot the name, but the original actor. Like
oh, Brandon Lee.
yeah, we lost him so early on.
hmm
So just kind of getting to see like how that performance, how that character could maybe be branched out.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, what upsets me a little bit is that they didn't have to keep it as an Eric Draven, Shelley Webster story, as in the retelling of the original. They could have just given them new names, new story, new background,
Yeah.
kind of a thing, rather than having it be an Eric Draven, Shelley Webster story again.
Oh, completely agree. And not to try to like bunch a bunch of things together, but I feel like a lot of these like remakes, continuations, stuff like that, like it doesn't need to have the same premise. Like you can like make your own like world. It could still be within that world, but make it your own little like subsect. So just kind of like what you were saying, where it's like it doesn't have to be the exact replica of the previous movies, but it could be something around there.
Yeah.
Like
But-
just I encourage originality
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. Like if you want to use the main name, that's fine,
Mhm.
but make it kind of like your own story, instead of like just repeating the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So
The action in
And
the
then-
trailer looked good. I'll give it that.
Sydney was asking, name some actors or actresses who consistently secure major movie roles despite their poor acting skills.
Oh wow.
I have one. Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson. Hmm.
Oh
I have
yeah.
no idea why she gets work other than she's Melanie and Don's daughter.
oh, seriously, I love Dakota.
Yeah. Okay.
Dakota Johnson, that's the woman who played Madam Web, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's had better roles than that one.
Hey, I like her in Peanut Butter Falcon, you
Yeah,
know.
she was, that was the only actual movie that I actually liked her in. Everything
I mean-
else, she just doesn't do it. And I don't get the what's her name, Zendaya.
Oh, yeah, Zendaya.
I don't get that. I don't.
I humbly agree with you on Zendaya, or how you pronounce her.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't
really
have an issue with her.
I don't dislike her. I don't understand the hype.
Well,
Like I don't think she's a bad actress. I just don't think that she's like God quality.
Thank you.
no, and I get that. It's like, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. It's like, why does he... I'd like for him to actually do something different than just keep playing the same fucking character, basically.
Yeah, he's playing Rock.
Well, exactly.
hard-
He's
it's
always
hard for
playing
him.
The Rock.
Yeah, it's hard for him to do that unless he like just disappears for a year and drops a bunch of weight and tries to come back and do something serious.
But he's
I mean,
actually doing an A24 film.
oh yeah, I saw something about that. What was
Yeah.
that?
It's like a boxing movie, I think.
It was
Oh
a-
no,
Oh,
he got
yeah.
hurt doing the MMA fighting thing. He
Yeah.
got hurt. He hurt his shoulder.
Aw, poor Rock.
I read that. Go sleep with his money.
They broke The Rock.
They broke the Rock. Poor
Shattered it
guy.
against pavement.
I think of all the wrestlers that turned actors, Batista's been the best. I thought he
Oh,
was
but
Dave
in
Bautista.
Knock on the Cabin. I thought he was great in that.
He was so good in that. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean,
I thought he
he's
was too.
he's openly he wants to go after major roles and dark
He does.
roles. He
He's
wants
a
to do
full
different
actor.
things. Yeah.
Good for him.
He does
Yeah.
different
love
stuff
that.
each time too. If
I like Batista.
stuck
Mhm.
in that one role, like Cena does, and
Yeah.
Although I did like freelance with Cena. It was goofy, but I thought it was fun.
By the way, I love
Um,
your Wreck-It Ralph poster. in the
Oh,
background.
thank you.
I love that movie.
I'm about to
Nice.
say it's really dark in that room.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There you go.
Woo!
Ah! Nah.
I love
Then I
Wreck-It
got
Ralph.
Then I got the
Oh,
Mandalorian and Boba Fett.
Which one's better, Wreck-It Ralph or Ralph Breaks the Internet?
Oh,
Wreck-It
Ralph.
Wreck-It
Oh,
Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
All day
Are we
long.
even having this conversation right now? Absolutely not. Not that the sequel is bad, but the first one's just iconic.
Oh, it's just great.
Mhm.
And it has such repeat value too, because you can spot like different characters that you've had missed, and stuff
Yes,
like that.
all the way down to the credits song. Like I
Mhm.
literally get out of my seat and start dancing to it. Like, I love it so much.
I got the Wreck-It Ralph Mondo today.
I love it so
Oh,
much.
nice.
So shiny.
Isn't Walmart starting to carry like the Mondo stuff?
Oh,
They
that's so cool.
Mondo reissued part of the MCU for the first time in the States, and it's a Walmart exclusive. Yeah. Hopefully that we get the rest of them because those were all European exclusive.
Oh yeah, I remember. Who was it? I think Hector, wasn't he getting the Mondos at one point?
Probably. Yeah, I was not gonna get the MCU Mondos, and then when they released the second wave, the art was just too good. So then I had to backtrack and track down the first wave, and then I bought this giant lot of like 9 of the Disney Mondos, and I started thinking, how many Mondos are there, and how many do I have, and how many do I need to complete it? And now I'm like 6 away from being completed.
Have you all seen a
Fingers
movie of
crossed.
Violent Nature? Oh, isn't that the
That's
Violent
the one
Nature?
where
The point of view.
serial killer POV kind of. I've yet to see it, but I've seen the trailers. It looks
I haven't
Yeah, I
seen
haven't
it.
seen that.
I heard it sucks though.
Oh.
cool. Thanks, man.
Way to ruin it, Charlie.
Love
I,
that.
I haven't
Hardcore
seen it.
Henry.
I just said I heard.
Oh yeah, I saw
It's
the
supposed
trailer
to-
for this.
Supposed to be
It's
like a
supposed to be
hardcore
like
Henry.
a Shudder original, and it had like a limited release, and like
When I
next
first-
month it'll be on
And it's
streaming
It's
services.
an
but-
IFC movie too.
Yeah. When
No,
I
were you
first saw
saying,
the,
John, something about Hardcore Henry?
That's it. Is that what it's like? Oh, it's not it's not a point of view movie. It don't look.
I mean,
Isn't it a point of view?
I don't think. I think
Kinda.
whenever you're following the killer, it looks like you're playing a video game. Like it's like his like you're just
Yeah.
behind him,
Yeah.
and he's
It's
walking.
like
When I
first
first saw it, when I first saw it, I thought we were getting like some weird Friday 13th.
So it's
Revamp.
been a
oh,
lot.
did you see it yourself, or
No, when I first saw
oh, just the trailer?
Yeah,
Just
I was
the
like,
trailer.
ooh, what's this?
Well, that's what I meant when I said POV. Like,
Yeah,
I've only seen the trailers as well, so I don't actually know, but it looks like, like it's first person, like you are the killer in a lot of these
yeah, a lot of it. Let's give you that.
scenarios. So
Is it just Violent Nature in a Violent Nature? 'Cause
A Violent Nature.
I think
in a
it's
Violent Nature.
Yeah, in.
a violent?
Yeah. This.
I believe.
If that's what it is, this isn't
Yeah, in A Violent Nature.
a.
Yeah, I remember Shudder. If you guys are familiar with Shudder, the streaming service,
Yeah.
they were really trying to hype it up, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of cool that Shudder is starting to get like movies out like in theaters, and then it goes to their streaming service. It
Yeah.
used to just be like straight to their streaming service, which is pretty
Mhm.
cool. Like Late Night with the Devil. You
Yeah.
guys are familiar with that one? That one.
I haven't seen it, but I'm familiar of the name and seen like a little clip of it.
Mhm. Well, it isn't. I'm not trying to shit on it. It's not mind blowing, but it's very entertaining. I do recommend it, but it's really.
Lauren,
cool.
did you see The Cleansing Hour?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
That is on Shudder, and that's very good.
That's a Shudder. Okay.
Yeah.
What movies are in your collection that you hate but kept it because of the slipcovers and packaging artwork?
I love this
Oh.
question.
Yeah.
Mm,
Give me
I
like,
can't think of anything.
Give me
from my
give me like
collection.
5 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure
Because I tend to collect movies that I actually do enjoy.
I mean,
Yeah.
hate's a
Like,
strong
same
word.
Here.
Yeah.
Just
don't-
like very
Just
much.
like, oh, I'll just pick this up because it exists. Like if
Yeah.
I like it, then
Yeah.
I have multiple. Like there are some that I have like Blu-ray, DVD from back in the day, and then I also bought the Steelbook. So I've got I've got multiples of the same movie in a lot of ways. So
Mine would probably be like some of the random ass titles that like Vinegar Syndrome, or what is that? Is it? It's not Cypress. What's that label? Is it? I forget what it is. It's way over there. I don't feel like getting up. But
Severin.
Severin.
Severin,
I've got
yeah.
like a bunch of their stuff, and I don't hate it, but I'm never gonna watch it. I just got it for free, and
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of
Yeah.
anything I hate.
Have you been
I
happy
think I-
here
Oh, go ahead.
lately, Lauren? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Have you been happy lately? They've been releasing a lot of horror lately. I've noticed. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of horror coming out. Like
yeah.
now, I don't know if a lot of it's been stuff you want to buy. It looks like a whole lot of it's like the stuff Vinegar Syndrome usually releases, like the old the homemade VHS horror movies. That's what it looks like. A lot of it is, but
Yeah, I mean, there have been some pitfalls, but for the most part, I've been happy with what's been coming out. Like the movie Imaginary, the first Omen, even Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney. I really enjoyed those. I think those are one of my top favorites. I feel like the one that I could shit on the most is Night Swim, which was the January like swimming pool kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the trailer for that one.
It originally was a short, and then they tried to expand it and to make it like a whole movie.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Lights Out.
Exactly, but they actually did a good job with that one.
Yeah, they did. I like that one.
Yeah, but Night Swim.
I want to watch that. I want to watch that horror movie that's called Stop Motion.
Yeah, when does that come out?
It already came out. It just
Did
came out this past Tuesday. It just came out on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I remember you sending me that trailer, and I told you never to do that again. But I was wondering when it came out. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, it's out on physical now. If you want to grab it,
is it?
Yep.
Somebody needs...
Isn't that another Shudder one?
I don't know if it's Shudder. I just know that I had seen a trailer for it a few months back and shared it to some people, and you might have been one of them that I had shared it to.
Even the cover of the Blu-ray is awful. Jesus.
I was about to say, isn't that the young lass from Nightingale?
I'm not sure.
I think I know who you're like the movie you're talking about. I started it and ended up like getting really tired, so I paused it. But I watched like the first 30 minutes of it, and it was very odd.
It's got a bunch. It was like BFI distributed, Blue Light, Shudder, IFC.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrifying.
It's unsettling. Just the premise itself. You have to watch the trailer enough. It's like, ooh.
I'm sure at some point it's going to get a 4K, kind of like Black Phone, and now Just Mercy is getting a 4K with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you just fucking release it to begin with?
Black Phone.
What does that say? David
Cronenberg, director of your favorite movies from him.
Oh, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head because I don't have his filmography memorized, so I couldn't say.
I'll
honestly.
do it. The Fly. Boom, done.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, then there.
I don't recognize any.
Yeah, it seemed like he did something else.
He did Jason. Oh no, he played a character. Never mind.
Also, I feel.
Did I click on the right person? Who am I looking at?
Someone
he did To Die For, which came out recently on 4K. Do you guys remember that?
Mm-mm.
That was I can't think of her name. I can't think of her name. Nicole Kidman.
Oh, he did Naked Lunch. That movie's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Our layout went differently.
Yeah, but To Die For was the Nicole Kidman, where she was like the newscaster who started. She started hating her husband, and she started seeing these teenage kids started hanging out with her, and she ends up having sex with one of them, and then she she does it to have the kids kill her husband.
Oh,
it's
damn!
Really
I remember that movie.
Came out in the 90s.
I'm not familiar with that movie.
You know, a movie that I would love for to get either a Blu-ray or a 4K, and it's an odd movie. And I remember seeing the trailer for it whenever I popped in The Crow on VHS. Mother's Boys with Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's another one I'm not familiar with. Tell us about it.
Twisted Mother, that's for sure.
Do I own that?
You probably do. Oh, To Die For. Okay. I recognize the picture.
Nicole, are you subjecting
yeah.
yourself to this?
Yeah, it has Joaquin Phoenix and Matt Dillon and
Where's Joaquin? Such a youngin'.
he was. It might have been pretty much one of his first movies.
Space Camp was
Oh wow.
Space Camp.
The
Oh,
Space
yeah,
Camp
yeah,
was?
yeah.
where he was
Damn.
Leaf.
The M. Night Shyamalan Signs was my first Joaquin movie.
And,
I don't remember my first Joaquin movie.
Yeah, Casey Affleck's in there too.
That's one dude I can't stand. Yeah, but there's just something about him. He gives me like really like pervert vibes. That guy.
You know what? If we're gonna talk people we can't stand, I'm gonna say Pete Davidson. I do. Mm-mm.
Yeah, here's another one.
He's dating
No.
what's her face now?
Yeah,
Ooh, Kim
Cronenberg did,
Kardashian,
No, he's dating the Wednesday girl.
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
They almost look alike.
They could be brother and sister, honestly, if you stop and think
I'm
about it.
not. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of Pete Davidson. I mean, Jenna Ortega, I like the show Wednesday, but I'm not like a huge fan of hers. But, you know,
apparently got
Leaf Garrett in the house. Holy
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
New Scream Queen, a little bit.
Leif
Little bit.
Garrett. Hello, good people. How are we this evening?
Icon.
We are good. Leif, however you pronounce it.
Leaf.
Leif.
Life.
Leif Garrett. I highly doubt Leif Garrett would actually be like, I'm gonna go see what these random, collectors are doing.
I'm not. I will just chime in. I'm not a huge Pete Davidson fan, but you guys familiar with the movie Bodies, Bodies, Bodies that came out a couple years
Yeah.
ago? He makes some of the funniest facial expressions in that movie. Where it's just like, I can't not love him in certain moments. He just makes this potato face at a certain point. I'm just like, what are you doing? It's like, I don't have to love you, but
To me, he's the true definition of face only a mother could love. Because that face, I just want to
he
punch.
just has this. He does this. He does it's hilarious. It's like, what are you doing right now? Oh man, but yeah,
Jim
so-
Carrey's better at facial expressions.
And I do love him for his facial expressions. I don't have to be his biggest fan, but if I can watch him and he makes me laugh, all power to him. So
There's just something about him that I don't personally enjoy / like or whatever. It's hard to even tolerate him.
Yeah, no.
Like when he tried to do that little skit with Timothy Chalamet with Skeet or whatever it was, something like that. My mother never loved me. They were trying to rap or something like that. It was weird as shit, and I just
Yeah, they were trying to be
couldn't find it funny at all.
They were trying to be like TikTok teenage rappers that for some reason get millions of likes and viewers.
Things like that. So
What does it say? Name a film with a good story, good director, and good actor that was simply disappointed.
If all of that's good,
Yeah, name a film with a good story, good director, and a good actor that was simply disappointing. That's what you missed.
Oh, The Flash.
oh no.
I will say Malignant, actually. I love James Wan. I thought the premise and story and even the actors like all had great promise, but I it did not hit for me. And I wanted it so badly because I loved that everyone else was really loving it. And so I had like watched it like 3 times. I watched it in theaters and then I rented it and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna really try to like watch this. Like maybe I'm missing something here. And I was just like, nah, this just is not hitting for me. Like, that's
Whoa, excuse me, damn.
Yep. For
Jesus
me,
Christ.
I could. There's probably a bunch I could name, but the one that comes, it's probably like the Last Jedi. It's something recent. Everybody can know of. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
There's plenty of
Off the top of
movies.
my head.
There was plenty of movies that were so-called promising, but then failed to deliver. You know. Oh, and recently I did watch that Godzilla -1 on Netflix because it's now on there, and
It's pretty damn good.
I hate to say it, but I had to watch it the English dubbed version just because it's hard for me to pay attention to subtitles while watching the movie. So I had to watch it with the dubbed English, but it didn't take away from the movie itself, and the movie was actually done very, very well, especially with the visual effects, because they mixed both practical and CGI. I saw some of the behind the scenes. Awesome.
I've got the 4K ordered. Hopefully, I'll have it by next week. But it's like the Japanese version.
When's
Yeah.
it coming
Okay.
out?
I have no idea. I bought like a Japanese version on
Did you get the Amazon one?
eBay. No, eBay. Well, I might have bought it on Amazon. I can't. No, I bought it on eBay. But it was the same one.
Was that this one?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, this one's awesome, dude. You need to get this
Yeah.
one.
No, I just bought. It just looks like it's in a regular 4K with a slip cover, whatever.
Yeah, this one came
Does
4K.
does that have English dubs or is it just
No.
Japanese?
Yeah,
Does it have
unfortunately,
black
that's
and
like the
white version?
one. That's the one downfall of this release because it was a Amazon
Make up your own
Japan.
dialogue.
Yeah, he's got to make it up. It's fine.
That's a 4K though.
Yep.
Oh shit. Well, because from what I saw the behind the scenes, they kind of did old school practical where they had somebody in a Godzilla suit basically, but then they mixed the practical with, the CGI like surrounding you were to where they were actually using real locations, but also sound stages at the same time.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Speaking of Godzilla, I've ran it into the ground before, but the '98 Godzilla, I bought the 4K
Oh yeah,
recently. Went back and watched it, and I don't know. Something about it I kind of didn't hate this time. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just,
I don't hate the movie. I mean, when it first came out, yeah, I was disappointed because
Yeah.
I was thinking the old school Godzilla, atomic
Yeah.
breath, all that kind of stuff.
well,
So-
the concept isn't bad. They just try to go a more realistic route, with what would could really happen, with nuclear bomb tests. It's interesting. It just wouldn't, but I don't know. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was in the past. I don't know. Maybe it's just a different mindset I was in, headspace.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't hate it. I actually enjoy it.
Now this newest one, what did you guys think? Have you guys saw the newest one, Kong Godzilla?
Godzilla Kong, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in the theater. I enjoyed it. And that scene where Scar King comes in, damn, I was like, compared to like seeing the trailer and then seeing the actual finished product on the screen and everything, like, bro looks fucking menacing, it just, I was like actually impressed a little bit. And then when I did my little review for it, I was like, this movie is a perfect example, just turning off your brain and having a good, fun time. That's how I looked at it. Not meant to be serious, not meant to be, taken out of whack or anything like that. Just have fun.
Yeah, the actual story and everything was fine. I didn't. I thought some of the visuals, like I thought the Titan stuff was, it looked cinematic, but then a lot of the human elements looked like they were obviously shot with digital cameras. You know how that
Hmm.
digital, it looks kind of TV-ish. You know how the
Yeah.
movements. I mean, some directors, they know how to put the right lenses on the digital cameras, and it looks cinematic. For some
Hmm.
reason, it didn't match between. It wasn't always. It was just like some of the moving shots. You could tell it was done with the digital camera. But
Yeah.
that's my only problem with modern filmmaking when they don't use film, which is pretty much gone completely unless it's just a few directors will shoot in film anymore, like Tarantino or somebody like that. It
Yeah.
understandably so because I mean it's a heck of a lot cheaper. But it's like audio engineering back in the late '90s, early 2000s. For somebody to get into it, you know, a house, somebody, to have your own studio, you had to go digital because it was cheap. But if you knew what you're doing, you could make it sound really good. It's not like some of those early digital recordings. And that's the same
Yeah.
thing with the digital video. They'll get better, and some of the cinematographers and stuff know what to do now. How to shoot
Oh
it
yeah.
so it looks right. But sometimes I feel like some of it's just like a rush job almost. It's like the movie is so CG heavy, like all the human elements are shot in a really short amount of time. But it was a fun movie.
Oh yeah. I wanted to bring up because you had mentioned you wanted to talk about like the price of physical media nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I believe it's just a lot of it's going up. I hate to be you, Jody, and collecting steel books, but not always. I'll still get them. that. I got that. What is it? Yeah, this one here, the Lafim Nikita,
Oh yeah.
or
Oh,
just
nice.
Nikita. It's just Nikita. I don't know why they always do that with Luke Besson movies. When they bring him, they always add something to his titles. When his French movie,
Hmm.
but it's just Nikita. It's not La Femme Nikita, which is the girl. That's all it means.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they did that with the professional.
Yeah.
It's actually just
Oh yeah.
it's just Leon. That's the
Yeah.
name of the movie. A Leon. It's
Yeah.
Leon.
Leon the Professional.
But the professional wasn't part of the actual. That was added for the American release. So
Oh yeah. There's a guy that I watch on YouTube, Minty Comedic Arts, and he always does the top 10 things you didn't know about like these films that we used to watch as kids, kind of thing. And he would talk about like because he's from Australia, and so he would talk about how the name would be so different from like America's, version compared to like say UK or Australia or Italy or whatever it may be, And like what was a good example? I'm trying to think of a movie. Um, the hell, I'm blanking right now, but it's funny how sometimes they'll just come up with weird names for the overseas, titles.
well, sometimes the translations don't
Yeah.
work out from different languages, especially like Japanese movies, stuff like that. It's like Shin Godzilla, but how they interpret it, I don't know because Shin means love, so it's like Love Godzilla, but it's kind of a weird title, so they may interpret that differently. I don't really know. So
Hmm.
I was thinking about that earlier. So that's still my favorite Godzilla movie because it's fucking Godzilla's terrifying in that movie. Yeah, no,
No, Shin Godzilla, yeah, I remember watching that one, and I was thinking that's one creepy ass, weird Godzilla that I had ever seen, and way more menacing than most of the Godzillas we've had. So,
I'm sorry, I didn't see her question there. Name a favorite actor or actor that you had a crush on.
Natalie
I can
Portman.
actually answer that, but this goes way back to
Charlie was so
the
fast.
90s.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
It never changes, so that's why it's quick to answer.
Yeah. No, man, I'm right there. I hear you.
Well, mine this is back in the 90s. Mine was Alicia Silverstone.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have one in high school and then one in the 90s. In high school, it was or around that time, Elizabeth Shue.
okay. Adventures in Babysitting.
And then 95 came, and then it was it's been Sandra Bullock ever since. I love
Really?
her. I love her. Absolutely. She
So-
can do no wrong.
Okay, so if we're gonna talk like that, then I would say earliest
Then.
memory.
We need a
earliest
then and
memory.
now.
Yeah, earliest memory of having like celebrity crushes. Shannon Doherty was like I think the very first one, and because of Beverly Hills 90210, and then Jennifer Love Hewitt became the crush afterwards because saw her in like Can't Hardly Wait, Know What You Did Last Summer, all that stuff. And I already knew her from Kids Incorporated, Disney, and then after I had seen, no joke, Star Wars Phantom Menace, and that's where I was like, okay, yeah, Natalie Portman.
I don't know who it would be now. I remember my youngest would probably be like Leah Thompson.
Oh, damn, okay.
Yeah, I remember that Howard Duck scene.
Oh,
Sweet
yeah.
Sweet baby Jesus. But
Sorry, Lauren.
My favorite part of that whole movie.
Lauren's got a list. I'm sure she's fine. I can't
Jody,
think
did you ever see a wildlife?
a wildlife.
Leah Thompson
Oh yes.
making the donuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have that. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Mill Creek did like one of those VHS style slipcovers.
I just got the Kino for the Kino sale.
Yeah.
And that's when they were trying to do. It was like right after Fast Times got like really hot and stuff, and they were trying to come up with the like the new catchphrase for the '80s. And it
Oh
was like
shit!
Chris-
We got a
like
panic
Chris
alarm.
So it's the purge.
I was about to go, oh shit, tornado warning.
Grab your gun. That's it. Oh my
supposed
God.
to be my medicine alarm, but I have to take it 9:30. But
Go
I'll
now!
wait till after we finish.
Go now!
Very aggressive.
I use
It really
like
is.
it's an atomic alarm, I think, like a atomic rate alarm. Well,
Yeah.
around here, where that's what I used to do before I had kidney failure. But I used to work on a site where we destroyed chemical weapons. So, and it's like right down the road here. So we have the whole county's got an alarm system that goes off, and they used to check it once a month, and it's like it's the theme, it's that music they play in
Mr. Softy.
No, it's that
Is it the purge? Is that?
no, it's
No.
it's not like a air raid type siren. It's the music they play in the Steven Spielberg movie
Close Encounters.
Close Encounters, yeah. That movie, that they play that.
Man, that'll fuck with you if you know
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
They're
Sorry,
here.
I don't know why I went blank on that for a second, but yeah. Yeah, they play that, and then they have an announcement. You can hear it echoing everywhere because it's all these loudspeakers.
hmm
I haven't heard it much because they've got about all of them destroyed now. So I don't know if they'll keep playing them or not. So
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out, but appreciate coming back and having this moment with you guys, like
Yeah, man.
like we used to. So, but
well, we'll try to do it every week whenever And everybody.
well,
don't
I
do it
have
every
the
week,
Thursdays off.
but, yeah.
I do have the Thursdays off, yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I will just chat with you guys later.
Okay. See ya.
Cool, man. Good seeing you.
Take care.
Yeah.
Later.
Bye bye.
And I was going to tell you guys we'll probably just do 2 hours tonight because I have to go to Cincinnati tomorrow morning. So,
Oh,
but
gross.
for now, every other week, er, yeah, every other week I have to go on Fridays to Cincinnati. So every other week we can do longer if we choose. It don't matter to me. I like doing 2 hours myself, but sometimes you get going, you don't want to stop. So, but I appreciate everybody coming by tonight. It's been nice.
Heck yeah. When we
Yeah,
start
of
getting a
course.
good, when we start getting a
Yeah.
good build up in the comments, we can start doing some giveaways in the future.
Yeah, I'm surprised tonight where we haven't been on so long. We've had several people in here, so it's not been too bad.
Yeah, it's been a minute, so it's nice to be back and doing it.
Yeah, good to see everybody too. Yeah, I just got to the point where I was just feeling bad, but I got the transplant, so everything's doing good, doing a lot better. So
Good.
Heck
feel a
yeah.
lot better, feel like doing stuff. So,
Good.
but what's the best, Sydney Eubanks? Did you hear me earlier, Sydney, when I said thanks for the sub? I think you did. So, but she asked, "What's the best and worst horror remakes that you've seen?"
Well, we know who has the answer to this.
Probably the worst is that Psycho remake they made. I didn't really care much for
What,
that.
the shot for shot remake they
Yeah.
made?
Yeah,
Because we needed that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the director that did that too. I don't know why he did that. They must have just handed him a pile of money to
Probably.
do that. Gus Van Sant did that. Didn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
I think it was last year, right? It was Exorcist Believer that I feel like that was like trying to kind of replicate, but do a little bit of its own thing, but mostly just repeat what like the classic did. I think that one is the first one that came to my mind. Where just like, did we even need this? Like, you spent a lot of money on this. Could we have done something a little bit more original than just make a movie that ended up flopping?
Yeah.
That I guess is my first pick. I wanted it to be good.
Yeah.
And I'm always rooting for like horror movies or just movies in general. Like I want you to be good. But then when you're bad, it's just like, this is a waste of money.
Yeah.
So
Hollywood's been pretty good at that recently.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, they love.
they've been spectacular at that.
I
Unfortunately,
need to get in that email chain so I can just start sending some of it my way.
That's probably what we'll end up seeing. I think we're going to see reduction in budgets in these movies because they forgot how to make movies. I think they just keep handing handfuls of money over to inexperienced, crew, directors and crew. They just don't, making a movie, 15, 20 years ago would have cost $50 million. They're spending $300 million. And I know there's inflation. We didn't ever talk about the physical media going up. That's part of it, but some of the steel books have went up like $40, stuff like that, because I just about bought the Ocean's 11 steel book, and then I realized there was a trilogy. They had the whole trilogy, but the steel book was 40, that the trilogy was 50, like 55 or something. I was like, well, I want the trilogy, I don't want. I don't want to pay $40 for just one movie. Yeah. I haven't been. I mean, I've bought a few steelbooks lately, but I'm not but a lot of them have come up kind of on sale on Amazon, so that's why I've been buying them. If I can pay $25. Well, Nikita was their normal price, like $34 or whatever, $32.99 or something.
Yeah, everybody this week was having. I kept seeing multiple people just so excited about this buy one get one half off at Target. But if you went on there and looked, everything was marked back up to like full MSRP. So, and when you bought two, they just deducted 25% off of both titles. So you were getting both titles for what you could go get them for. Like Amazon, nothing's MSRP. When they first post it, it's full blown MSRP, but then it knocks down like $10, $15 when it's time to actually ship it.
Yeah.
So it really wasn't a sell. Like everybody was freaking out. They were like, "Hey, buy one get one half off." But I think when Disney started putting out some shit for stupid money, and I always thought, and I kind of still do, I think they were just doing that to make physical media not sell as much, just so they can have something on paper to say, "Look, physical media is not selling anymore. Let's stop this." So
Well, they already were doing the
justify.
vault thing before
yeah,
it even started. It's like, oh, it's going back in the vault. Better go
yeah,
buy it
Yeah.
before, blah blah blah. And now
Yeah.
it's all Disney Plus, and
yeah.
nothing is really.
Well,
Like-
the movie club's dead now.
Yep.
I mean,
Movie
it
club
ends
ended.
officially 1st of July, but I think but there's nothing on there. There was a movie that I found out about a couple of days ago that I would like to have gotten, but there's nothing listed anymore.
The last, I think it was,
Yeah.
I think the end of May was the last time you could submit an order and they would ship it. The only thing I regret missing was that they had all the Mighty Ducks 1, 2, and 3, and I missed those. But I put in a pretty good size order.
Yeah.
And they had really good deals on the Disney Plus Steelbooks when they hit. There was like buy one at full MSRP, and the rest of them were like $15 each or something.
Yeah.
There was that Ocean's 11 trilogy.
There you go.
Now, I couldn't tell. Like, that's the worst thing about Amazon. It's like they usually just give you like one picture, so you can't really tell. I thought it was a little bit bigger set. It's just a normal. It's
Yeah.
3 separate discs, but it's regular size, which is fine. You still got 3 4Ks for $55, but I thought it was a thicker. I'd like a nicer packaging.
You get to save space on the shelf.
Now,
Yeah,
this is a
true.
this is a movie I haven't watched yet, but I thought I'd talk about it just a little bit. It's called The Plague Dogs, and it's supposed to be pretty crazy, but it was. Do you remember the movie Watership Downs? Well, the guy that wrote Watership Downs wrote this book, and it's supposed to be. And Watership Downs is pretty. They're not kids animations, They're pretty. I guess kind of downtrodden type of movies. But yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but we'll hopefully it's supposed to be pretty good.
Oh, this looks familiar.
That Disney movie I was talking about, it was like I can't remember the name of it. It's like some kind of space movie, but it's supposed to be pretty
Rocket
good.
Man? No.
No, yeah.
The Plague
Black-
Did that have Harlan Williams?
Yeah.
Is that who it was?
That was one of the ones I
I-
picked up.
I like Harlan Williams. He was on Kill Tony the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Black Hole? Was that what you were going after?
No, I had Black Hole, but no, it was something that came out in the '60s. I'd have to look it up. Where I was looking for it the other day.
I was absolutely amazed, even though it was a DVD, but I don't care. They had a combo pack of Mr. Boogedy and the Bride of Boogedy.
It's called Moon Pilot.
Moon Pilot.
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing that.
yeah. It's going for like $100, over $100 now. I mean, I think it's just a DVD too. Okay, let's see. Killers of the Flower Moon. Your thoughts on the movie? I have not seen it personally.
I just got the steelbook because they only did it over in Germany, and so I was going to wait for it to come in to watch it, and I have not watched it yet. It finally came in.
That's cool. I have Apple Plus, and so that is available for streaming on there. But just the runtime has me.
It's
Is it
over
3
3,
hours?
isn't it?
I will get to it, but it's just
It's over 3 hours, isn't it?
it's like 3.5 hours or
Ugh.
something like that. Woo.
Gross. That's a lot.
That I mean, I'm thankful for the pause button, but also it's just like, am I going to sit down and do that, or could I watch YouTube and dick around in the kitchen for a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
probably the latter.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it
Yeah.
looks good. I mean, the reviews that I've seen are praising it, so it just I feel like a lot of movies lately, for some reason, feel like they need to push past the 90-minute runtime. There's like, it needs to be 2.5, 3.5. Like, I mean, I was just recently talking to a friend about Oppenheimer. I was like, I really liked that movie, but it was just like it just kept going. Like, and it wasn't that I was bored. It was just like there's just a lot of story that you're telling me right now. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there are times where a movie maybe needs to be like, hey, like we could be a little bit more concise. Like, so I don't know, but I mean, also like the Dune movies is another example where it's just like it's just that's a lot. That's a lot of story that you're telling me. So,
Yeah, I like the Dune. I like Dune. The Dune.
oh
I
no,
like the new one.
and I'm not shitting on them.
No, I don't care if you are or not. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm not.
I can understand though. They are kind of slow. It is kind of a slow movie. That's the difference between like the David Lynch one because it's all in one movie, you know.
Yeah,
And but this is like supposed to be more accurate to the book. So
yeah, and I love that for that reason. But
Yeah.
I haven't read the books,
Yeah.
and I actually was hanging out with a friend when she was watching the movies, so I got to like experience it while I was like in the kitchen kind of thing. I didn't like actually watch it, but I was like a passive watcher. And it looked interesting, but it just I love sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that, but it just didn't look like it was my cup of tea. And that's fine. Like but anyway, long story short, like it also seemed like it was just like very long movies, both of them. There's just like
it's very esoteric.
yeah.
The type of sci-fi. It's a very esoteric sci-fi. There's a lot of like it's like a weird like religion they have. I mean it's based on like Earth religions obviously, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot of religion in it. You know, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. I can see what you say.
Yeah.
What you mean by that. So yeah. I mean I thought they were very atmospheric and very immersive in a lot of ways. But yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed watching it like when I was like in like at the open kitchen. I could see the TV, but it's like if I were to sit down and try to, it's like I don't know if that would have worked out for me.
Yeah.
But and I love that people love that, you know, like not everything is everyone's cup of tea.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
I can respect those that love it. And like,
Yeah.
it's maybe not my
No,
favorite.
I was just saying
But-
I liked it. I was saying I liked it. I didn't say I wasn't trying to say you have to like it because I just like
Oh,
it.
no.
We
I-
here
I-
only
Because
know.
because now you know Pee Wee's Big Adventure. That's a different story. If you don't like that,
Oh then you've got problems.
Yeah, if you don't like Pee Wee, you got qualms.
Yeah. Just unfollow.
Yeah, but no, that's one of my biggest things. Like being, I'm sure you guys get that same experience where you happen across someone where it's like your opinion's wrong when it comes to like you just sharing your opinion about a movie,
Yeah.
and it's like
Well, I
you're
was
wrong. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
that I'm not wrong. We disagree, and
Yeah.
that's fine. But that doesn't mean that I'm wrong and you're right. We just
Yeah.
have disagreements, and that's totally okay.
people are different. Everybody's different. Everybody.
Exactly.
That's why people fight on the internet. It's just one big fight. You know.
Yeah.
everybody,
Well, that,
hating on other people.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
why there's also so many movies out there. Like someone's favorite movie is over here, and my favorite movie is over here. That doesn't make either of us wrong. That's just
Yeah.
our opinion. And like,
Yeah. You just go over there and stay.
Well, it's lucky that it's lucky when anything's it's lucky when anything's a hit. It's because I mean people are like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
But really, this I don't know. I see like especially the internet. It just people are essentially incognito on the internet, so you can hide. So people say the craziest shit on here,
Oh yeah,
and
people are
so
way too bold on the internet, in my personal opinion.
yeah. Well, you don't
It's sucker punch.
you don't usually if you're some 5'2" guy's not gonna he's not in reality he's not gonna be saying some of the stuff he's gonna be saying to a 6'5" guy, you know
Yes,
like they do on the internet.
exactly. Yes. Say it louder for the people in the back because I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so true. I feel like a lot of people just
And I fell into some of that stuff with some of these guys. Now, some of the stuff I agree with what Disney's done, but I'm not going to go into it because everybody's heard me bitch about it 100 times. But
yeah.
but some of these guys I watch, I mean, they have, and the thing is they're making money off of that negativity. They make so they it carries over to things that are not bad. And I think Jody, remember we had that girl on she collected God, what's her name? I'm sorry, I forgot her name, but she collected she was a blabbering collector. She collected Harry Potter stuff.
Yeah.
And remember her?
Yeah.
Well, there was somebody in the chat that night. They're part of some of these larger groups. He's an Australian guy, but he was in there, and I was like, he was saying some stuff, and I was like, there are good movies out here that are out, but he's part of these group of people that are always kind of shitting on stuff, everything. Some things I agree with, but there's been movies coming out last several years that are enjoyable to see. There's good movies. Not everything that comes out is bad. And
I wholeheartedly agree about that too, because like I have my little rants occasionally about not really liking like these remakes and continuations and stuff like that, like another Scream movie, another like Omen movie. Like, I liked the first Omen, but like they just keep liking to like build off of what already was good in its own right instead of doing original content.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm such a huge advocate for Last Night in Soho, which is a Edgar Wright movie, like Anya Taylor-Joy and stuff like that. That is completely original.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for more companies or like corporations to take chances on more original content like that instead of being like, oh well, it has this giant name on it like The Exorcist or the Omen or whatever. It's like, oh, so it's probably going to do well because it's got this giant name, even if the movie isn't that good, but it's got this name on it, so that means that it probably will do well.
Yeah.
I mean, same, and even branching out away from like horror, where it's like the Marvel and stuff like that, like Madam Web. Like, come on, guys, did we really need to make that movie, or could we have used that money to have made something a little bit better? Come on now.
I kind of want to watch it because I do have access to Disney Plus through Hulu. I like
You
to watch it
should.
because
Let us know
it's
how it
supposed to.
is.
Well, not because it's good. It's supposed to be horribly bad.
Yes.
Well, the
I'll let
production is
you
supposed to
enjoy
be.
that.
Well, it was heavily ADR. Like evidently it's been like recut. Like there's no semblance of the original movie. It got cut down a whole lot, and there's scenes that are. It's clear that like the actor that's supposed to be speaking the lines is not mouth's not moving.
I heard about that. Like
Yeah.
he's like
Yeah.
the villain, but apparently his
Yeah.
accent is so
Yeah.
to the point where they have to like dub.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing right now? Like,
Yeah. Well, and there's no scenes hardly of like the actual, like there's like one scene in the movie of the girls. You know how you see that scene with Sydney Sweeney upside down? Like that's like a flashback type scene, or it's like she's like a clairvoyant. Madam Web is. She can see the future, and like she sees this in the future, but nothing of that actually happens in the movie. So there's not really any like real action in the movie, not from like the Spider Women or whatever they. Yeah.
seriously? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard negative things, but
Yeah.
you just have made me
Yeah.
encouraged to never watch that. Like
Yeah.
furthermore,
It seems anything that Sony puts out that is Marvel adjacent is just a big shit show. And I don't know if it's Sony having an idea and then while filming changes their mind, or if it's Sony having an idea, let's start filming, and then Disney steps in and says, no, you can't do that because that's going to fuck with our story over here. I don't know.
yeah.
But it seems like every Marvel adjacent thing that Sony's put out has just been a shit show.
Unless I'm mistaken, Sony's the one that has like the Spider-Man universe, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So,
But
like,
Spider-Man himself, Marvel
Exactly.
and Sony can actually communicate and do things. That's part. But when it comes to like Madam Web, Venom, Morbius, they've got
the Spider-Verse
the other
movies are good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Venom movies were pretty good. Right?
What's the other one coming out? Craven. I'm not even sure when it's coming. The trailer hit like a year and a half ago. But all these Spider-Man adjacent movies that are eventually everybody's going to team up and go against Spider-Man, I don't even see that happening. I really don't. I think that whole idea, it's turned into the Zack Snyder Justice League situation. It's like it was a great plan and we had an idea, but now just let it go because it's just it's
Yeah. Well, I was just talking to a friend recently about how like I'm a '90s kid, so I grew up with Tobey Maguire as my
Yeah.
Spider-Man, and so it was just like, how many Spider-Mans do I have to live through? like how many Spider-Mans do there
Yeah.
need to be? What are we doing?
And now they're even. I mean, there's even legitimate talk about the Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire that they canceled. They're actually talking about making it
No.
because like they were ready to go. Like it was ready to go, and then somebody was like, "No, Toby's too old. Let's just wait a couple years and start a new trilogy." And that's what they did. But I mean, even Sam Raimi's ready to do it. He's like, "Yeah, the script's been done. The script's done. We just got to do it."
I love Sam Raimi. He could do a good job with that. We'll see though.
Well,
Well-
see, it don't matter with the age though, because Peter Parker's. See, that's the thing. A lot of comic book fans always gripe about. They said, "Why can't we have a middle-aged Peter Parker, a middle-aged Spider-Man, so we can see him like in his prime?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Which Tobey Maguire's past his 30s
Right.
now,
Yeah.
but so it'd be like a
He still fits in the suit though, man.
well, and I was telling you about like chatting about Spider-Man with a friend recently, and I felt like I had ended up having the conversation where it's like I feel like we're regressing in like age. Like I feel like Tobey Maguire was like, like maybe early to mid 30s. Like he was mature, and then we got Andrew Garfield, who I felt like was kind of like a baby teenager, and then Tom, God bless him, is the most baby face of all of them. And so it's just like we're regressing when it comes to that, instead of actually like gaining experience and like aging. So that's one of the reasons. Like if we're gonna have multiple Spider-Men, like, can we at least like move on from what we knew, like, instead of like regressing and then having baby Spider-Man?
Well, they're always chasing the next generation, and like so I think they have this.
But they also forget that
Yeah.
we have been fans before this younger generation. So
Yeah.
in a way, like you don't have to, but it would behoove you to appease the younger generation as well as the generation that's been like keeping you going for as long as you have been going. So
Well, and they keep making these movies that are from like even like the 80s, like mine and my generation, like the 80s, the Ghostbusters and stuff. And I don't know how interested the new generation is on these old properties. So I just don't, and they've ruined a whole lot of things doing that as well. I mean, I don't know about the newest Ghostbuster. I haven't seen that yet, but the last one wasn't bad. But
the one with the younger cast, right?
Yeah.
That one was good. I haven't seen the sequel to that one, but the one you're talking about, I did enjoy that one.
Yeah.
But continue what you were saying. Sorry.
I kind of lost my train of thought on it, but yeah, it's just older, but the older generation is what drives a lot of these franchises, and they're the ones who still go out and see it, but they can't figure that out in Hollywood, or they can't. Lately, they haven't been able to figure it out, and and they're paying the price now for doing it because they've made enough people mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm anxiously awaiting to see what Marvel's move is after Deadpool Wolverine, because they finished the Infinity Saga, and then they started to dive into all this Disney Plus stuff to start from scratch, and let's go get the kids and build up a whole new fan base. Let's start from scratch and do it again. But it's like we're the people that's been here since the first one. We're the grown-ups. We have the money. We would like to spend it to go see good movies.
Yeah.
And so like I'm hoping that Deadpool and Wolverine is going to make so much money it's going to be retarded. And it's going to make so much money. And I'm hoping that shows them, hey, maybe we should just keep going. Just keep going. If kids want to enjoy a Marvel movie, go back, go start from scratch, go start from phase 1, and just let's just keep it rolling. I mean, the story needs to get more mature, it needs to get darker. Let's do something, because I mean, honestly, it
won't.
It probably won't. It probably won't.
You can't go dark with kids because you're trying,
That's why
the Deadpool's affable character.
Yeah.
The same with Wolverine. You can't go dark with these kids. I mean, there's no way.
I think Marvel really needs to go back to Marvel Knights. That studio, that little side studio that they did where they were doing all the Punisher movies and all the darker Marvel stories. I think they need to revamp that and be like, okay, well, if you want rated R Marvel, here you go. If you want kid-friendly Marvel, here you go. And, if you want to do a, collab Secret Wars later on down the road, figure out how you can make those R-rated PG-13 and get away with it. I'm sorry. I don't see how you're going to have Deadpool in anything that's not going to be rated R.
Yeah.
It's going to be the most ridiculous thing, unless they physically just beep him. That's the only thing that's going to be funny, especially to kids, is that if a kid knows he's saying a bad word, but they actually just beep it. And if he comments on that. If he's like, what the boop? And he's like, why is this boop? That's gonna get kids. That's gonna get kids going.
Now, did you guys watch the Punisher series?
Yes.
Okay. I thought that was the best of the Marvel series that they put out because it was dark, you know,
Yeah, see,
and it was well written too.
Yeah, and
Was that the Netflix Marvel though? That
Yes.
was Netflix. Marvel,
Yeah, it was the Netflix, but I seen it when it came to Disney Plus.
And that's
But
another
I thought
thing.
That was so good.
This Daredevil Reborn, I'm anxious about it because you've got the Punishers back in it. How dark is this show going to be?
Yeah.
Well, they already kind of embarrassed Deadpool in the She-Hulk.
That was so dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
When they did that, I was just like, oh no. But then when I saw that they actually brought back when they actually bringing back Punisher for the series, I'm like, maybe somebody was like, hey, we kind of fucked up there. But
Yeah. There. Oops,
Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Do you guys know what we're talking about? Have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen it. I'm familiar with it, but I haven't actually watched.
Well, at the Deadpool episode or episodes he's on, but they basically had him. He had sex with what's her name? And I can't think of her name. It's the She-Hulk. But
Yeah,
he didn't
I
have.
can't-
She
Well,
he
it
wasn't.
was-
She wasn't.
She wasn't She-Hulk.
She was
Because I mean, what could you do if she was? But
But but what happens? He like hooks up with her, and then they have him do like a walk of shame the next morning. Where
Yeah.
he's like,
where he's like carrying his boots.
yeah.
I didn't see that.
So instead of like feminism, where we're equalizing,
Yeah.
instead we are degrading one gender over the other instead of equalizing.
Yeah.
That
And
bothers me
honestly,
so much.
I could have done without the yellow Daredevil suit because it looks cool on the comics, but it doesn't. I don't think you can translate the yellow Daredevil suit to film, and it made it seem too kiddish for me.
Got it. Well, yeah, and I haven't watched the actual She-Hulk as well, but there's enough clips from YouTube that I'm familiar with where it's just like, ooh, we could have used that money for something else. Like, really didn't need to do that. So.
And I mean, it even fucked up Abomination. Like that show took the Abomination and just was like, yeah, he's a pussy. It's like, come on, guys, really? Like he was a badass. Like,
yeah.
But I don't know. It was weird. It was weird.
Oh man.
Yeah, they really messed up the TV stuff, especially, and the movies too. Haven't been.
Yeah.
Like I can't think. What have they even released in the movies? Where it's just, I mean, recently it's.
I mean,
Well, we've had
as far as Marvel goes, is what I'm talking about. You know,
your big titles were the Doctor Strange, that last Thor, and then the Marvels.
Well, the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is actually
Guardians of
good.
the Galaxy, which I mean, yeah, you can't go.
Yeah.
That was out
it was
of everything.
good because it was a throwback. You know,
Yeah.
it felt like it should have belonged in at least the third
Yeah.
phase. You know, so it didn't. It don't even hardly count for this time. It didn't feel like it should have been made when it was made. It's strange. But that was the last good one. Like the Thor was not very good. Love and Thunder.
And
That's James
Shang-Chi
Gunn, though.
came out too.
I feel like you can't be like, oh, that one was just good. I feel like because they let James Gunn back into the realm again.
Yeah.
He got to do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, oh man, the third movie just completely broke me apart because of the little raccoon
Oh yeah.
story. Oh,
It
I
was
was just
good.
gonna say, when you can cry over a CGI raccoon, you are
I
doing
know.
your job.
but it looks
I was
so
openly
real.
bawling at that.
That was
No,
a
but
good
you're
movie.
absolutely right, Kenny. Like that is. I was completely broken. I'm like, it's not even a real animal. Why am I crying so hard? Like, why do I need
see,
to take
for
a
me, it
break?
was like
need to
I
leave
just lost
the
my
theater.
mom, and it was just like all that, I wasn't expecting that,
Ah.
in
You were already in the thick of it. You were...
Yeah, so I was in the thick of it. So I'm sitting there, and my niece is tapping me on the shoulder, going, "Uncle Kenny, it's okay." And I'm like literally bawling,
Aw.
and I'm just like, "Oh my god!" It's like I want Star-Lord to make me laugh and stuff, and it's like I'm sitting there like bawling, like, oh man, it was a mess.
I'm trying to laugh at this, and it's like
Yeah.
you're ruining my day. Like,
And it was like the cage and him remembering everything, and it was just
Yeah.
like,
in the
and I was
eyes,
just like,
the
oh
little
man,
baby
it's like,
raccoon eyes. I can't do it. I can't. I can't. Oh man, yeah. There was literally a time when I was watching that in theaters, I was just like, I need a break. I literally walked out of the theater and
did you
sat,
really? Okay.
and like I literally sat in one of like the lounging chairs out there. I was like, I need a moment. Like, I cannot handle this. I need a minute.
I just got a Stephen King series that I've never seen called Bag of Bones before.
Oh yeah.
It's with Pierce Brosnan. I'm not kidding you. First 15 minutes of it, it's like his wife dies like that, and then he's having like recurring dreams, and I'm like, all right, I'm turning on like a baseball game or something like this, because it's just like I can't sit there and watch any of that stuff anymore. It's just like
Oh yeah.
it gets me too emotional.
That's Pet Cemetery kind of nonsense. Where, like something
Yeah, it was
horrible
called-
happens early on, and you're just like, I need a break. Like
I
can't
I
do
had
this.
I had no idea or anything about it. I just, because I like Pierce Brosnan and I like Stephen King, so I just picked it up and I turned it on. First 15 minutes, I'm sitting here like bawling, crying, and I'm like, all right, there's got to be a basketball game or something I can watch right now, because I was just like,
Distract
finally-
me, please.
yeah. So I actually turned on what did I turn on? Oh, YouTube, and I finished a Bogart movie that I was watching on YouTube. It's like, okay, Humphrey Bogart will make me feel better now. It was just like,
Aw. I hope it did. I'm so sorry that happened. I
That's
definitely
okay.
have those moments too.
yeah, and it's like, and then you sit there and it's just like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if it's like out of depression or anything like that. And it's just like you just kind of like lose it and break down.
Yeah. You just kind of have to clutch your head for a second, and it's just like, hooey. Like,
Yeah, it was like,
Moment.
and if I had read about the description of the movie, all I knew was like he's like a famous author, and his wife dies in like a horrific way, and then it was just like, I don't know, it was just, I guess, where the state of mind that you're in while you're watching a movie, and it was just like, it just like suffocates you sometimes, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, I totally understand. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Train to Busan. It's a Korean movie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard of it, but
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it completely splits your heart in half in the third act. But it's so beautiful. But it gets you right here. So I totally understand. Like there are some movies like that where it's just like you need to pause. It's like you could get yourself a glass of water. Like you need a moment with yourself, and then you can finish it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have the sequels and the prequel, but I haven't watched it. I have them, and I just never did. Like the prequel's like an anime, and then or am I backwards? I can't remember. One's an anime and one's I think the sequel's live action.
Peninsula is the second one, right?
Huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peninsula, but yeah, I believe that's the
Yeah,
sequel.
Peninsula.
I've yet to see that one. I've heard that it's not as well received as the original, which is why I haven't sought after it. I would like to watch it eventually, but it just isn't on my top tier list. But I'm
It's
sure.
funny you have a list, and then people will say, "Oh, Lauren, you got to see this movie," and then you put that on the top of everything, and then all the stuff that you want to see it, you go down. It goes down, when you're
I do have to try to be selective because I do get a lot of recommendations. It's like, oh, I'm aware of that. I'll check it out, but then I still have like my picks,
yeah.
So I try to like do mine, but then it's like, oh, like someone told me this is really good, and then I watch it and it's really good. And it's like, oh my god, it's really good. So
Now, do you guys abide by like if you got? Because I just got Netflix just to watch the Godzilla movie. That's why I wanted to.
Oh,
I
really?
wanted to see it. Yeah, and it was just like Kenny, we have recommendations for you, and it's movies that I would never even watch. It's like based on your taste in movies. Here's recommendations.
Listen, you don't know my taste, sir.
Yeah, right.
It's like who makes this up?
Did you have to answer a bunch of questions when you started your account? I remember having to do that.
It was like it's like welcome to Netflix. What do
Yeah.
you like? And it's like I like romantic comedies. I like action. I like sci-fi. And it's like I was going down. And it's like, and it was like I'm not kidding you. It was like Amy Schumer's "I Feel Pretty." It's like I don't even like her to begin with, and it's like, why am I getting recommended this? There was no Sandra Bullock or Elizabeth Shue on my thing. It was like Amy Schumer, and then three made-for-TV movies with Adam Sandler.
Please
I like
do not
Adam
watch
Sandler, but
Amy
it was-
Schumer. This is my recommendation to you. Do not watch her.
Oh, okay. I really don't plan on her. I really don't. It was just like
You should
it's
not.
just funny when you get the notifications and it's like, Kenny, these are recommendations for you. I think the only one that was actually pretty good was Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley.
Oh, there you go.
That was good.
Okay, that
But
was yeah.
Have,
But Amy Schumer, they did a disservice to you there.
Yeah. That's why, like, after I got done watching, I canceled Netflix. I literally, I gave it a couple hours. I've watched Godzilla 3 times since I've had Netflix, but I don't plan on going in again. I called my brother up. I said, Chris, you got
Like,
to.
this is some bullshit.
And he goes,
Yeah.
I have Netflix because I used to have his roaming account. That you could do that. He's in North Carolina and I'm Philly. And you can't do that anymore. So I just got it. He goes, so you mean you got a month subscription to watch Godzilla? And I said, yeah, it was really good. You got to watch it.
It's really
He's
good.
like,
Watched it
Well,
multiple times.
So
Technically, it's
What are
cheaper.
you talking about?
I liked it. I thought it was great. So, and then I was telling him about the recommendations and stuff. He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. I said, who's this Amy Schumer? I said, I have 3 of her movies on the top of there. I didn't even know who she was to begin with because I don't, I didn't.
Oh.
I swear I
Sorry,
didn't know
baby.
who she
Keep it
was.
that way.
And Chris is going, oh yeah, she's an unfunny comic, and I'm like, oh okay. And then it was like all because I like Bill Burr, so his old dad's was on there too.
Oh,
That's actually a good
Bill
movie. I like
Burr.
that.
That
Bill
was
Burr is
I did watch
quality.
that. I
Amy
like Bill
Schumer
Burr,
is-
so
Yeah, that was a surprisingly funny movie. I like that movie.
Bill Burr's good.
yeah.
Bill Burr.
So,
Hey, Jody.
Yeah.
I don't know how I missed this movie when it came out. It came out in 2022 on 4K, and I don't. It's like a movie I should have never missed. Do you
Oh God, yeah.
I've
I've got
remember that coming out. It come out in Kino Lorber too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know how I missed it. It's screwed up
It was surprising, but yeah, I remember. Yeah,
because I went to watch it. I wanted to watch it a couple weeks ago, and I thought for some reason that it had come out on Steelbook, and I was looking through my Steelbook
did.
like I didn't have. Did it come out on Steelbook?
actually, no. Wait, hang on. I have a steelbook, but it's like, it's stupid. It's like some artist did it, and you had to get it through his I don't remember if it was a GoFundMe or something. So, but you could have seen it on my page because I did post about the steelbook. But I'm pretty sure I posted about the 4K too.
I don't know how I missed that because
Yeah.
it didn't make any sense.
That movie's
Sometimes
awesome.
that happens.
What year did it come out? with the mask.
98, no, 99.
99, yeah.
Yeah.
It's freaking
Yeah.
hilarious.
Have you seen it?
Not that old. No.
You need
Yeah,
to,
it's-
especially if
yeah,
you're a
it's,
Pee Wee fan.
Yeah, Paul Rubens is in it. Yeah, I guess that's why I was thinking. Well, I have the shirt on too, but yeah,
What's the
But,
name of it again?
Mystery.
Mystery Men.
Mystery
It's
Man.
like a superhero comedy. It's
Man.
about kind of
Ben
like non.
Stiller was like really hot.
Yeah, classic Ben Stiller.
Yeah, Janine Garofalo.
It's a
I
great
like her.
cast.
Yeah, I mean, all everybody's good in it. Yeah,
Reject superheroes.
yeah, but really, like Paul Rubens and well, technically, Janine Garofalo doesn't really have a superpower, but
It's her dad.
Her dead
her
dad,
dad's
yeah.
her dead dad's her
she's
superpower.
she's the bowler.
The bowler.
But her dad was Carmine the bowler, and he got killed, and she put his skull inside a bowling ball, and it has powers. It can fly around.
I still want one of those bowling balls to this day.
Yeah, you
To
can
this
buy bowl.
day.
You can buy them.
Yeah.
You can buy 'em.
Well, like it's like the cool ones.
Real bowling balls. Yeah.
Yeah, the cool ones you can't really get anymore, but they make one, but the skull looks ridiculous. It is.
It looks
But the-
fake.
Yeah, they used to make a really like it looked like a freaking skull in there. I was like, yes, I want that.
But Paul Rubens plays the spleen.
Yeah,
He's really the only one that has this actual superpower, but his superpower is flatulence.
yeah,
Like
it
very
happens.
yes. Yeah, but,
But
it's like very
he's got
very
really bad.
healthy.
He's got really bad like acne, and he's got and he's
a lot. That's
and-
what I'm hearing.
and he's got a lisp. It's an amazing character. I love it so much.
Oh my god. Okay.
And
I'm trying to
Mitchell's
follow
in it
with
too.
you guys. You
Ben
take
Stiller.
it on an adventure.
No, you're fine. Ben
Sorry.
Stiller's superpower is that he gets angry. That's it. He just gets
Mr.
mad.
Mr. Furious.
Does he
Yeah.
fart before he gets mad, or
No, it's a different one.
Is that a separate thing?
There's also an invisible man, but he can only
You
get
had to-
invisible if you're not looking.
And no, he can't even look at himself.
You can't look himself.
He can't look at himself.
You can't look at him. But if you're not looking, he can be invisible. It's amazing.
All the superpowers, I mean, all their none of them really have powers.
No.
But like the
It doesn't
shoveler.
sound like it.
Yeah, the shoveler. He's just really good with a shovel. Like he uses it like a ninja tool, and he's just
No, that's not true. The Sphinx has superpowers because he can cut guns in half.
oh yeah,
The Sphinx
with his forks.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the Sphinx. He's the guy
Which one?
that they meet later on. No, that's
yeah.
the fork guy. That's
Who's-
the Blue Raja,
The Blue Raja. Yes,
Yeah.
my bad. Yes.
and
the
he
Blue
doesn't wear
Raja.
any blue. And he's,
No.
it's a funny movie.
I feel like we should just do a watch along. Somebody put it on
Yeah,
right now.
in the bad guy they're
I
after
can do
is the bad guy they're after is Casanova Frankenstein,
Yeah, it is.
and he really doesn't. The thing is though he's just kind of a slick looking guy. He don't really. There's nothing really Frankenstein about him. That's
No.
what's kind of funny. He's just very well spoken.
he just wanted a cool name. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
The Disco Boys. Yeah, it's supposed to, I tried to look for the comics, but I don't know if they're really like in that form. I couldn't really find them. They're supposed to have been in the 90s, and there's like an older DC comic called Mystery Men, like from back in the 20s or 30s, and so I don't know.
Yeah.
I tried to find them because I wanted to kind of see the origin stories and stuff of it, but I couldn't really find any of the information on it.
I feel like there are a couple of movies that I've come across that I really struggle to find, to rent or even purchase physically or anything like that. One of them is that movie Possession. You guys know what I'm talking about? Kind of like the alien movie.
Oh.
It's I think that's an 80s one. And
Yeah, 81 is what this is saying.
uh-huh.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
It's called Possession.
Oh,
Never heard of it.
Oh yeah, I have that. Who put that out? One of the hang on, one of the boutique labels put that out.
Yeah, I was able to find it on Amazon, but it was expensive for what I expected it to be. And then
Yeah.
furthermore, the reason why I bring it up is because I just was able to find Near Dark, like the vampire
Yeah.
1980s vampire
Yeah,
movie. I couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't rent it. Couldn't do anything. So I found a copy, like a collector's copy, on eBay, and was able to purchase it. And now I'm able to own it and
There you go.
get to watch it and all that kinds of stuff. But it's just like, why does it have to be so hard sometimes? Like we were just talking about earlier about the theme of this video was like why are things so much more expensive? Like why are like remakes trumping original content? But another great topic would be like, why are there some movies that it
Can't
seems
find
like it's just completely being buried? Like why?
I think a lot of it, especially 80s movies, there's been so many studio mergers and the distribution rights or contracts are just all over the place. And some of these films, if there's not a high demand, nobody's really going out there trying to figure it out.
You're not wrong.
I mean, hell, to this day, I'm shocked that Shout Factory was able to put out that Friday the 13th box set because those rights were all over the place. And even with their Halloween, they could only do what was it? They could only do 1, 2, and 3, and then they had to do 4, 5, and 6 separately. They could not put them together.
Yeah.
When they did the 4Ks, when they did the Blu-rays, they were able to do it, but 4Ks was a different story. So now it's like what studio owns it, and what's their distribution deal, and is it just for DVDs or does it transfer over to Blu-rays? Are we going to get a 4K transfer? All these things are just mashing together, and if it's like one of these weird ass 80s horror movies that there's a cult following, but we're not very vocal about it, it just gets buried. It just gets lost.
Which is it's just so unfortunate, you know?
Yeah,
Like, and
it
I
is.
totally understand where you're coming from, and that makes sense, but it breaks my heart that there are some movies that could just like completely like disappear unless really seeks them out.
Yeah, that's what I like about like Arrow Video,
Yeah.
Scream Factory, Vinegar Syndrome. They're trying to go after these, but they've got to deal with these. Disney buying Fox sounds like something, but Fox owned so much that now Disney owns it. So now you've got Arrow Video trying to call up Disney. Hey, you actually own this property. Can we release it?
Yeah.
And Disney let me go look, and I'll get back to you in 2 years after I dig it up out of the basement. So it's become this. It's stupid. It should be a lot easier. Like once a title has been out of print for X amount of years, I think if a studio comes up and says, "Hey, I want to release it," they should be able to get that title fairly easily.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's so many hoops you got to jump through to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Or even like newer ones where you guys are probably familiar with the newer movie Barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just never got like a physical release because I don't even know the exact like complications about it, but enough to the point where it's just like there was just like fumbling of hands, and then at a certain point they were just like, oh yeah, like it's just easier not to do that. And it's just like, why? People and the bothers me so much. It's like, I want to support your movie. I want to support this. Why do you not let me do that?
Yeah.
There's another one that came on streaming. I don't remember which one it was, but I don't remember the title You guys will probably know it. The little girl is with talks to an alien or something, and there's no dialogue in the whole movie. Something
Is
like
that a
Short
Hulu
Years.
original?
Yeah, I think it was a Hulu original.
No,
Where
no one it gets left
she's
behind or something like that.
yes, I think that's it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she's like mute, and there's no dialogue in the movie at
Uh-huh.
all. It's just like facial expressions and stuff, and you cannot get a physical release out of that.
Yeah.
But yet they put Prey out.
Yeah, right.
I feel like that's a little bit different, and I completely understand what you're saying though. But I feel like originals, like new Netflix, Hulu originals, like they have the right to try to hold on to it. Whereas I feel like
Thank you, Angel. That's it. No one will save you.
no one will save you. Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
Yeah. I feel like they do a really great job with holding on to that, but then they also, in a way, provide it. And that's one of the reasons why I was so mad about Barbarian, where it was like they just really don't want you to own that movie unless it's digital. You can rent or purchase or whatever, but it's like as someone that loves to own physical media,
Mhm.
like you want to hold that in your hand, and
Yeah.
I literally cannot do that unless you do eBay or bootleg or something
Yeah.
like that, and that's not the most decent thing to do. So
Yeah.
kind of just
Well, they the reason, one of the main reasons these days that I want to own physical media is because you might own something digitally, like through Amazon or something. You might pay for it to own it, and
Own it.
if they decide that there's something not PC about it in 5 years, there's something, anything, they'll either just scrub it from everybody's system, no matter, unless you were able to download it,
hmm
but they'll scrub it or they'll edit it because there's already been edits of a lot of things out there.
they will.
So, yeah.
I, I do you guys by chance are you familiar with the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have scrubbed 2 whole episodes that have been deemed like not
Yeah.
PC enough. And I've watched all of the show. So I know exactly the episodes that they've taken away from me.
Yeah.
I was like, that's just so stupid because they're making fun. That's the entire point of the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one. I went back and was just watching it on.
Would you like me
'Cause
to?
I own all of them. I own them all on DVD, but I can't remember which one that I remember them that they had left out. Because I was like, it seemed like there was an episode that's missing that I remembered, and I can't remember which one it is now. It's one of the good ones. Do you know which ones?
Oh, I know. I think I'm losing my memory on the second one, but I know at least one of them, so I could tell you if you would like it to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's how they kept trying to make like the cop movie,
Oh, yeah. Yes.
and
Lethal Weapon. They
yeah,
tried to make Lethal Weapon 5 or something, or 4 first, and then
uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah.
So D uh Dawn's
I know what you're
black
getting.
makeup.
Yeah.
And she takes on an accent and all that kind of thing. Yeah, and so that is unacceptable. So that's completely been wiped off, and
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
It's
that
completely
entire
a
episode was
joke.
just taken off just because the entire.
Yeah.
If you don't understand how It's Always Sunny works, we have a qualm because like it's ridiculous for ridiculous sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
not
I'm pretty sure in
EPC. Like,
I'm pretty sure in the episodes they even talk about why this is racist for because they're doing blackface. It's self-aware of what they're doing.
back
That's
in
the whole
day,
part of it.
I
Yeah.
feel like the last
And
couple
that's
of
not that
years
old
has
though.
been
I mean,
just
I guess it's 20
fucking
years old
a
now.
bunch
But
of stuff up.
yeah. Yeah.
But it used to be like, oh yeah, haha, we're making fun of racism. Oh no.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh no, we don't want to get canceled. And it's like,
Makes you wonder
They
if.
definitely need to watch Strangers with Candy. I don't know.
Oh
if you
yeah,
guys have
definitely don't
seen
do that. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
definitely-
probably don't exist on the internet anymore.
no strangers with candy. No, definitely don't do that.
Yeah. It makes you wonder if anybody's going to sit down and like study this new Friends 4K we're getting. I wonder if they took out any old Friends episodes or re-edited episodes.
I don't know. Well, everybody, we've hit the 2-hour mark this week. I know we're having fun, but
That was fast.
next week we can go longer when we get going. This week let's end this. Thanks for everybody sending your chats in this week. We're gonna head on out this week. We might do a little bit longer next week. So come back and see us every Thursdays at 8:00. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
thank
This was
you.
fun, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick that she asked what was the worst movie you ever walked out in the theater of. The worst movie in the theater that you've seen so bad that you walked out. The only one I could ever remember walking out on has been fairly recent, within the last 10 years, was the Sherlock Holmes movie that Will Ferrell made. When it hit
Holmes
the
and Watson.
I've never walked out of a movie.
when it broke into song and dance, I got up and walked out.
Oh.
Mine was Scenes from a Mall with Woody Allen and Bette Midler. That's when Bette Midler was like really at the top of her game with like Ruthless People and Down Out Beverly Hills. This thing was those two just talking about their marriage. And, you know, I'm not a big Woody Allen fan anyway, being neurotic. And they're just walking around a packed mall going, "Are you crazy? Are you nuts?" And I'm like, I'm out of here. You know? It's,
I like Woody Allen for generally, you know. I know why people don't like him, but you know, I usually attempt to separate the artist from the, you know, from their personal life. But I don't know. I'm not going to get into that tonight. But since we're trying to leave, but yeah, it's like Roland Polanski. I mean, Chinatown's one of the best movies ever made, and the fucking diddler, essentially, you know. I guess, you know, allegedly, you know, it's more than allegedly. He was convicted
Yeah,
of it.
pretty
I mean,
much. Yeah, it's over.
Weird.
Yeah.
Even though I think the mother was responsible for the whole situation. I'm pretty sure she was pimping out her 13-year-old daughter to celebrities. But yeah, yeah. But he didn't have to do that either. So yeah.
Well, we're going to end the show on a high note. I really appreciate it.
This is fantastic. I love this.
Well, end on a positive note.
Well, on a positive note.
Okay. All right, everybody, come back and see us next week. We'll have fun. So
Yeah, we will.
Talk to you
This was
later.
fun.
bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
see ya.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yes.
No problem.
Come back.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Have a good week.